So this training is going to be on GoTrend today, and GoTrend is the mobile app for Trend. So it will allow the agent and our clients, our buyers and sellers, to search for properties and get information on properties while they're mobile using their phones. And it has to be a smartphone, and particularly an Apple phone or an Android device.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of the things that it will allow you to do is you can see up-to-date listings and their photos. You can do a GPS search. You can look at detailed maps. And your customer is able to contact you directly because it's branded. So it's kind of like what Market Leader was like that we had before.
Okay.
So
now, I have a question. Will we have to pay extra for this?
No. Is that you, Gail? Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay, wasn't sure if it was somebody else. You sounded different for a minute. No, it's just a part of Trend. So
okay.
I suspect in the future Trend prices are going to go up, but I think personally they're trying to probably knock Zillow and Trillia and those bigger websites out of the water. So this information is up to date, but you have to share it directly. That's the one thing that you will need to do. So you're able to share it with your clients, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a little bit. And then they get an email, and then if they have an Android device, they're able to click on a link and download it right to their phone. And it is branded to the agent. And what's really nice is for the agents and for our buyers or sellers, they can actually look at properties in real time. So if they're out and they see a for sale sign, they can just click on this app that you sent them, and they will see all the listings that are right around them. Also, we can do the same thing. So if we're out, we drive by a house and we see a sign and we know we have someone who's looking for that kind of house, we don't have to write down the address. We just could click on my location or near me, and you could find the property. Or you could just put the address in too. So that's something that's really nice. I have used it. I've been using it since it came out, and I just realized last week that I could actually share it with my clients. And that's the great tool. So I'm going to show that to us later on. And we can customize our search. A lot of things that we can do on our desktop, we can do in the mobile app. If you're out and you see a property or you're showing properties and they see a property they'd like to see in the future, you can actually schedule it right from the app. Or if you're actually searching on your phone, you can schedule it right from the app too. So that's something that's really nice. And we get all of the same listing information that we would have gotten in the desktop version. So everything that we can see in desktop version, we can see in this mobile app version. Now, our clients are not going to have the information they normally wouldn't get. So we will still have all the additional information, the agent's notes and commission share and things like that, but our clients won't see that. Now, you do need to download the app. So now I'm going to talk as for the agent. So if you haven't downloaded it, you're going to, depending if you have an iPhone or you have an Android phone, you're either going to go to the Google Play Store or you're going to go to the App Store, so the Apple App Store. And you will do a search for GoTrend, all one word, GoTrend, and it'll come up, and then you're going to download that. And once you download it, you'll install it, and you're going to use your username and password that you would use for your normal Trend login. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. Again, it has to be an Android 2.0 device or a iOS 5 and up. So now to share it with your clients, once you're logged in, you are going to just click on the share button, and I'll show you. I have a screenshot of the application, and I can show you how you do that. And then you would just invite them. You can write up a couple lines, you put their email in, and you can share that with your clients. And again, they'll get this email, and it will tell them what to do. Again, it's branded to us. So it's going, if you have your picture set up and your name set up in your Trend account, it's going to have all that, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. So here you go. This is actually a share screen. So this is the first screen that you're going to see with the menu for agents. So you'll notice that my lovely picture is there, and my information and my phone number. That's actually my cell phone number. And then you'll see that there's some other functions, menu items for us to use. The one that you want to look at, you see where my pointer is the Share My App. And when you click on that, it's going to bring up this window here in the middle, and you see you have a choice of, you can share it as a message, Gmail, your regular email, so it's depending on what's going to be set up in your phone. And then the email would look like this. It would bring up your email client. And then you could actually search your contacts to who you want to send it to. And that's the link they're going to get. That link is going to use your username. So once you start inviting clients, you do not want to change your username. So, and I think most of us aren't going to do that. We have a username we've been using forever with Trend. It uses the same username and password that it uses for your desktop for when you're logging in. So that's important. Don't change your username after you've started inviting clients, because then they won't be branded to you anymore. Here's what the desktop looks like. So when you log in to your account, this screen over here with the map is the default screen, and it will show you properties that are around you. So that's the automatic default screen. And when you click on the three little lines right next to the zip code up here where it says 19104, those three lines are going to bring up this menu. Now the menu is different for the agent versus our clients. So what they're not going to have is the Share My App, and they have directory. The directory, I believe, is for Trend information, so it's not a directory for our office. They can save searches. We can save searches. They can mark favorite properties. You can look for near me. You can do a general search. Again, I can't demonstrate the app live because the Join.me software doesn't allow you to do it on a Android or Apple mobile device. So I had to do all these screenshots. Okay. So remember, it's going to store your information. So you can save it so you don't have to log in every time. You just hit the Save button, and if you have it set up so your phone will remember your passwords for your apps, then you won't have to do it. So you're always going to go to the GoTrend to log in. Again, you don't want to change your username, but you will change your login periodically because Trend makes us change it. So if you change it, so I think it has to be changed every 90 days, then you're going to have to change it when you log in again. So doing the search, we can do a search one of three ways, and so can our clients. So it's similar for both of them. And the first way is just doing a near me search. So you would click on the near me button, and it would automatically use your GPS and look for properties wherever you're at currently. The next option is you can do a draw search. So you would draw an area on the map, and it would actually bring up properties in that section. And then the third version is kind of the manual search. This is probably what we're used to on our desktops. You would just click on the search on our menu here, and then it would bring up search criteria, and you would choose those things. So you could do address, you could do residential, a price, and you would hit apply, and it would look for them. And I'm going to show us in a minute what they would look like. So here's what the search comes back as. So you'll see that we have a map area. That's one version, and I believe that's the default version. So we would see, or our clients would see when we did the search, all the properties in one area. And you can zoom in and out with your fingers by just using your fingers and moving it back and forth. So if you do that on your phone with your touch screen, you can do that option. The other mode that you could look at properties is gallery, where you're going to get the main picture and you're going to get the price and number of beds and baths and the address. So that's the center screen. And then the last choice, you could do a list. So you would see a list of the properties and you would scroll down and look through them. Any questions on that?
No, not yet.
Okay. And then when you select a particular property, you're going to get all the information that you would normally get if you were looking at it as an agent. So you'll see I have two shots here of my phone, and the first one is just the top part, and then this is additional, and it scrolls down for a long ways. So you get all the information, the description, showing information, the overview. We get all the information we would normally get. Our buyers and sellers, or the clients, don't see information that would be restricted. So you don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to share a particular property with them, so you'll see down here on the left side, there's this little black bar and there's a few icons.
Yeah.
So this icon is an icon that, by clicking on it, allows you to share it with someone. So you can actually email the particular property to them. Over here, I believe the calendar lets you schedule an appointment, and then the next one is directions. And you can save your search, but it is different on a Android device or an iOS Apple device. So on the Android, you're just going to go to Save Search, and you're going to enter a name for the search, and you're going to tap OK. For the Apple, you need to save the search, and you're going to enter the name, and you will then click on Save, I believe. There might be one more step for the Apple, but they're all pretty self-explanatory. And then you can delete a saved search. So if you saved a bunch, or you were working with a client and they bought their house, or they disappeared, like they often do sometimes on us, you can delete that search, and you go into the saved searches. And you need to, on the Android, you need to do a long press and swipe it off your screen. And in the iOS, you need to edit it and then delete it. To share it, again, here's that menu down below. You hit the share button and it's going to share it. You can bring up your contacts and you could send it to somebody that way too. And then you can get a map. You can schedule a showing. You see that one over here, and then the directions. So that's pretty nice too. All at the touch of a finger, you're able to get directions, look at it on a map, share it with a client. So it'll go, this one particular listing will go directly to them. Or if you need to look up a contact, you can do that in the contacts and schedule the showing. So that, let me just go back, let's see, here, a couple slides to the one icon. So again, I have the main, I have the main screen there. So as long as you set up your Trend account with your photograph, it's going to upload that automatically for you. You don't need to do anything. And this will be the screen that you're going to see to do your search. So scheduling and some of the other stuff doesn't come up until you actually bring a search, but the main focus of this is doing a search. Again, once you send it to a client, and they download the app, there's not really much they need to do. They can do all the same things except see pertinent information. They can't schedule a showing, but they can request information from us. So it is a pretty nice app for them to do. What I would suggest doing, once you download it, if you have a second email address or you have a friend, roommate, spouse, whoever, cousin, daughter, niece, grandchild, maybe send it to them on their phone so you can see how it would work. And I would just start sending it randomly to your customers, saying, hey, I just got this new program, and I want you, share it with you. It allows us to allow you to see properties on the go. So I think it's really a great tool, and it's a part of our trend dues. So I think we should use it. If you have a client who does not have an Apple phone or an Android smartphone, then there is one other option for them, and they could go to go.trend.com, and they could actually search on their phone in their browser. The only thing is it's not branded to you, so they actually would be able to contact the agent directly through there and request a showing, I believe. Not 100% sure on that, and I'm going to show you that in a second here. So so it's www.GoTrendMLS.com, and it goes to, and you can actually look at it on your desktop browser too. Whoops, I guess I didn't type it in right. Go.trendmls.com. And this is what they would see, and they could do a search. It brings up, I think, properties based on the either IP address or the GPS location if they're doing it on a phone, and they could just look at properties. So when you click on one of them and you look at that property's information, while it's loading, just wait here a second. Oh, so that one, it actually tells them it's active, no showings. So let me go back here one. I happened to pick one that was active, no showings. Here's another one. Oh, why is that active, no showings too?
Wow, that's in Delaware.
Oh, it's coming out. Yeah, so I don't know how it's searching. It's just bringing up a bunch of properties. So we could start a search, or your client could. So I guess we'll put in residential. Let's see, let's do a zip code. I'm going to do 18966, and we'll hit enter. And so it brings up properties. Let's just click on one. And it gives them the information on it. And see this little box like we had on our device? If they click on that, it's going to bring up a window. They could share the property. So it's kind of like the app, but it's made for mobile phones. And it might be bringing up my information if I'm logged into Trend too, but you could send your clients here. But again, whoops, just remember that it's not branded to you. That's the only thing. So, and I suspect that they're getting ready to offer us maybe some kind of branded property search on their website for us.
Okay.
I think Trend is going to take control of our data that we're supplying with them, which will probably be a good thing. It will lessen our competition with Zillow and Trillia. unfortunately, probably our prices would go up annually a little bit, but that's, you know, part of it. So, do you have any questions on the app?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, we'll take a look, and if you have any questions, give me a call or email me, and I will, be happy to help you with that. But I think it's a great tool, and I would start sharing it with your clients right away.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's sleek, and it's quick, and you can. I've used it. I was out with a fraternity brother on Saturday at a function, and I started talking to one of the gentlemen, and he wanted to know what prices were going for in West Philadelphia, and I just brought my phone out, clicked in the West Philadelphia zip code, and that's what's actually still up there. So I still had that screenshot, so that's 19104 near Drexel, and I brought the properties up and was able to show him, and we were able to look. One thing to note is the red is sold, and the blue is what I believe is active. So anyway, but it's a great tool. So thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And
I did download it. I was able to download it to my phone.
Okay, good. So go ahead, open it up, start playing with it, and I would start sharing it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.